Hello, everyone. Welcome back tonight. I'm excited to be with you today. I hope everyone had a great dinner. And I am going to continue to talk about my hair loss segment. So, my name is Joanna Amarante. I'm a trichologist in the Tampa Bay area. And last week we talked about hair loss and the different types, and I'm going to continue with that segment this week. Also, today we're going to talk about cicatricial alopecia, and that is another a form of scarring alopecia. Hey, Perdita, thank you so much for joining. So, cicatricial alopecia is also known as scarring alopecia. There's several groups that goes with this condition that destroys the hair follicles. So the hair follicles is part of the skin where our hair grows. The follicles are replaced from scar tissues, and that means that once that happens, the hair falls out and not able to grow back. Hey, James, thank you so much for joining me. James is my son, so I'm excited to have him on. So there's two forms of cicatricial alopecia. The main form is there's two types of white blood cells that destroys the hair follicle. Those cells then would either work together or work alone. In the second form, the hair follicle is destroyed by something such as a burn, infection, radiation, or a tumor. Also, when you think about burn, think about what you're using as your hot tools, because the continuous tapping on the scalp can also cause the scarring alopecia. Okay, so this type of hair loss is not common in children, so be mindful of that. So adults, really think about what you're using and how you're doing things with your hair. For the most form of scarring alopecia, it usually shows up as small patches of hair loss that may expand in time. In some cases, is gradual, and noticeable symptoms may happen there. Sometimes when you look at those patchy areas, it may look like alopecia areata, but there is some differences to it, okay? So we're going to go into more of that. Affected areas are usually clean. Their redness, their scaling, increase of increase or a decrease in pigmentation. So the color of that area on your scalp. There's blisters and fluids, pus around that area. So this how we can kind of determine if it's more on the scarring alopecia side or alopecia areata. Thank you guys for joining. The visual indicators help diagnose it, but it's extremely hard to diagnose cicatricial alopecia. We usually recommend for a dermatologist to go ahead and perform biopsy on there. So usually there's a small biopsy. They usually takes 2 to 4 millimeters to examine it under a microscope. Based on that, they'll determine and actually confirm if it's actual scarring alopecia. There's no real cause or reason to cicatricial alopecia, but it is known from redness, heat, swelling on the upper part of the hair follicle is where that happens. So when that happens, that destroys a special type of cell and the oil glands that are important for the hair to grow, and which makes it extremely difficult for hair to grow back. So just pretty much that scarring tissue on there. There's involved in like damages and permanent hair loss. For this reason, like that scarring alopecia is quite aggressive to treat. So in our salon, in order for us to take care of scarring alopecia, is I recommend non-surgical hair replacement. We will actually evaluate the area and do some measurements. That would allow us to be able to conceal that area so that you don't see those patching spots and give you that confidence that you're looking forward to again. Now, the reason why I recommend that over doing some treatments is because once the it becomes scarring alopecia, that scar tissue is there and no hair is going to be able to come back. But for the most part, no one's going to want to walk around with no hair in certain areas, especially if they can cover it. So if you know of anybody who has experience with cicatricial alopecia, or any type of scarring alopecia, I will be more than happy to definitely help them out there. And please refer them to my website. I do a complimentary 15-minute consultation. You will go onto my website at www.face. I'm about to give Facebook website. My lord, is www.fabulouslymadesalon.com. You will click on book online. You'll click on the um, complimentary 15-minute consultation. It will pull up a 5-question questionnaire, super easy and quick, but that would allow me to get you started into seeing where I can help you and move forward along with that. And I actually would love for you guys to give me any feedback, anything that you're looking forward to learning about hair loss, anything with the hair that I can do on my live. I would greatly appreciate it. Again, visit me on my website at www.fabulouslymadesalon. I appreciate you guys coming on with me tonight, and I hope to see you tomorrow. I hope you guys have a great evening. Take care, guys.